Alright, so just cooking up my third meal of the day here, and then I am going to eat it and go sit down and talk with you guys about how I got shredded a few months back. Not shredded right now, if you can tell by my face, a little more filled out, beard. We're in the bulk off season mode right now, midsummer bulk. But anyways, yeah, topic of this video, how I got shredded. This is going to be kind of like me sitting down talking, raw video, and I'll have timestamps in the description for those of you that want to skip around, don't want to listen to the whole entire thing. But it's not going to be like how to get shredded. It's going to be more about how I did it, the mistakes I think I made, what I think I could have done better, and stuff like that. But so it'll be like month 1, month 2, month 3, mistake 1, mistake 2, mistake 3 in the description or in the comments. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna eat this, some beef, spinach, green beans, sweet potato, 200 grams, carrots mixed in there as well. And that is going to be that. See you guys for the talk. Alright, so I think this should be a good spot, but let's get started. So how did I go about losing the weight? I lost about like 30, 35 pounds, maybe even closer to 40 within about 3 months. Keep in mind, this was a bodybuilding preparation for a bodybuilding show, so a little more extreme than what most people would normally do. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I started this bodybuilding prep, I guess you could say, by myself, alongside a friend that I'd send check-ins to and just be like, hey, this is how it's moving along, stuff like that. So, starting out, I was on about 2,200 calories, which put me in about a 500 calorie deficit for my maintenance. For those of you that don't know what a deficit is, it's you have a certain amount of calories that you expend every single day, energy, and then you have to eat less than that in order to, or consume or take in less than that in order to lose weight, lose body weight, right? But anyways, I was in a 500 calorie deficit, sat there at 2,200 calories for a while, and didn't have any cardio for like the first 2 to 3 weeks, and everything was moving along smoothly, lost weight well, felt really good. Fast forward to after about a month, I think I dropped about, let's see, so I have it on my whiteboard over there, because I have like week 14, 167, and stuff like that, just going down the line. But I started out at about 175 pounds. After a month, I made it down to about 167.6. And this put me at 2 months out, and I was like, all right, gotta pick up the pace a little bit. So I dropped calories again, dropped calories by about 400 down to about 1,800, and I also added in cardio. Now, I don't think this was a mistake. I think this was fine. This is month 2 now. And I really started to see weight drop from here. So I'm looking at my whiteboard because that's where I have like the weights and stuff. So I was 167.6 at the start of the second month. And then at the end of the second month, I was, after 3 weeks, I was down to 162.7. So about a 5-pound drop within that quick amount of time. Cardio was just on the treadmill, about 20 minutes every single day. Weight training, everything 5 days per week. Hardcore intense, feeling pretty good. And once I made it down this 162 mark, I had well-defined abs and was looking good. So let's keep going. Keep going and make it to about, let's say, I guess you were closing in on the 3-month mark. We're not at the 3-month mark because once I made it about 3 months out, I was down to 155. So I upped cardio a little bit to about 40 minutes to double the cardio. And within 2 weeks, that increase in cardio, again, just walking on the treadmill at like 3% incline at like 3 miles per hour, my weight dropped like a freaking snap. I'm snapping my fingers a lot, but my weight dropped really quick, so it did. And that's where I got down to 155. Now, I wish I would have held here at about 150, 155 and stayed there. My legs weren't fully defined, but my abdominals, my back, everything was like shredded. Except for my legs, of course. My back, my lower back had like striations going throughout it and stuff like that. For a first bodybuilding competition, I think that would have been good. I think that would have put me where I wanted to be. Now, the thing is that I made it down about 5 weeks out, and I was about 150 pounds. And I was like, okay, I don't have like striations in my glutes and stuff like that yet. So what I did was I hired a coach, and I love him. He took good care of me. But we're not working together anymore. I find that I can do it better on my own. Not like in a mean way, but I know my body better than most people, and I've realized that by now. So anyways, moving forward, working with this coach, what we did was increase cardio again. we didn't increase the time, but we changed it from the treadmill to the elliptical, which is great. The elliptical, I love the elliptical. I do it right now, even in my off season, just to keep my heart healthy. However, it's a lot more fatiguing than the treadmill, of course, so a lot harder to recover from. And then our deficit went even lower to about 1,500 calories. So changing from the treadmill to the elliptical, a lot more fatigue, a lot more calories being burned on that elliptical, and then dropping calories even more. Those last 5 weeks, I lost about 15 pounds in total. So if you do the math on that, what is that? It's like a little over, it was about 15 to 17 pounds. So it was a little over 3 pounds per week. And that, with how lean I already was, that was way, way too quick. And I ended up over dieting, and I should not have done that. We should not have done that, simply put. But I did get shredded, got shredded glutes, got striations throughout my quads, everything like that. And it set me up for a good rebound, a good off season. So, simply put, a recap. I started out 500 calorie deficit, went with that for about 4 to 5 weeks, saw good results, lost about 7 pounds. Then again, another 400 calorie cut, and adding in 30 minutes cardio on the treadmill. This is what worked for me, of course. We saw another good 7-pound drop, and that got me down to a very lean, good look. Then after that, we went a little bit overboard with the cardio and decreasing calories, and I mean, it got me shredded, but also lost a good amount of muscle mass. So that's the recap on that. Now, what did I do right? I think I started out right. I think I continued it right up until the 2 months. I think I did good there, and I should have held there at the 2 months, and just kind of slowly gone into the competition, filled out a little bit. That way I would have been full, I would have looked good on stage and stuff like that. But what should I not have done? What should we not have done is at those last 5 weeks, we should not have upped the cardio so much, gone so crazy, thought that we had to go so crazy and lose weight so quick, because as you could tell, it I lost more body fat, but at the same time I lost a ton more muscle mass. So that was my mistake. Mistake number 2 would be that I decided to do this in the middle of my spring semester, my second year in school. I major in computer science, so I had Chem 2 and discrete math and some stuff some not crazy classes, but crazy enough to take up a lot of time and throw stress on me. One thing to not do whenever dieting, or one thing that would be ideal whenever dieting, is keep stress away, keep stress off your body, because just makes it that much harder to actually adhere, and it actually makes it that much harder to, lose the weight with your cortisol and your hormones just going out of whack with all the stress coming in from the diet itself, from the training itself, and then from life around you. But that is another thing, is that you need to be able to balance this with your life, because simply put, if you can't balance weightlifting, if you can't balance bodybuilding with your life, then you can't bodybuild. That's, sorry to say, you can't give up your life. And if you really want to bodybuild, then you're going to have to figure it out. So there are ways to balance it, but I just chose the wrong time to prep, I guess you could say. I wanted to prep really bad because I wanted to compete as a teenager, but I mean, I should have just stopped and held where I was at that 150 pounds, but again, you live and learn. So that's a quick little overview how I got shredded. Just simple deficit. What I should not have done was the stress, because that was a big thing, and then the cardio and stuff like that, upping the cardio so much and going so low in calories. But I will say that it was a great experience. The competition was first competition. I will say that the rebound post show, I held it pretty tight for the first month. I only gained 10 pounds, and I was still shredded, striations everywhere, veins, crazy. And then the next 2 months, I was like, all right, time to start pushing the food. I tell you what, my arms, they're still, you can't see it with this lighting, but they're still, my arms are pretty damn shredded still, and vascularity is still crazy. I'm back up to 170 pounds, and I'm still seeing my abs, which was something I did not have last time I was 170 pounds. I don't have any lower back fat at this point either, or anything like that. So yeah, the rebound definitely made some gains, and it definitely came back stronger than I ever was as well right now too. But yeah, with that being said, so if you guys want to do a transformation like what I did, lose the amount of weight I did in 3 months, I'd recommend just going into a 500 calorie deficit. Start out, no cardio, stick with it. At least that's what I would recommend. Everybody's different, but you can give it a try. 500 calorie deficit, no cardio yet, unless you're already doing cardio, then keep the cardio in. and your heavy weight training, and just stick to that. Stick to that as long as you can, and then drop it by another. Either drop the calories or add in cardio. I wouldn't recommend doing both, even though I did do both, is because I was in a little bit of a rush for my competition. But if you're not competing, then do either or, and then watch the weight fall off again. Really, it just comes down to consistency, being consistent, make sure you stick to the plan, and executing. That's all it is. It's just discipline and execution. So anyways, enough of me talking. Timestamps in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you want me to go more into depth on my rebound and more stuff like that, then I gladly will. But for now, gonna end this here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, catch you in the next one.